Hello! A terrific and judicious Tuesday to all our grade 10 learners, parents, and teachers from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Are you ready for our online tutorial today? We will be having our English 10 learning adventure. Hold on tight. I miss you all, dear wanderers. Hello, 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 everyone. To the
We
Ram!
miss you. We miss you, Tutor Guy Juday. I know that our dear Wanderers and Kaitulay really miss you. Comment sa comment section how you miss Tutor Guy Juday. It's another remarkable Tuesday, Kaitulay and dear Wanderers. Welcome to another English 10 learning adventure where you can wonder as you wonder. Go, 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 Tutor
Yes,
Guy
yes,
Juday.
yes. Yes, Tour Guide Ram. Once again, I am Tour Guide Juday from Santa Rosa National High School, SDO Lapu-Lapu City. And Tour Ram is,
From Basak Knight High School, Lapu-Lapu City. Yay!
yay! Tour Guide Ram. I think it's good to acknowledge our EBW, our early bird wanderers. Hello! Na-miss din ako nito. Our top one. Hello, Enrico Dalupan. You're the first. You're the
Yes.
top one early bird wanderer. Congratulations. And our
Enrico
top two,
has been
Tutor Ram.
active in yes, Enrico has been so active in YouTube. Yes. And he
Yeah, good
always says,
afternoon.
I tutor guy Jedi and done sharing now. Wow, thank you so much, Enrico. And our
Wow.
second EBW, we have Luis Errol Francisco from Santa Lucia National High School, 10-3. And our third EBW tutor guy Jedi.
Yes, good afternoon from Santa Lucia National High School, top three, Janice M. Gahudo. Congratulations to
Yes.
our top
Thank you
three
so much and
EBWs.
congratulations for our top 3 EBW. Yes, Tutor Guide Juday.
Yes, yes, yes. I am sure
And
our.
yes,
Yes, go ahead. To
yes,
the
don't
rim.
forget to share this video lesson Kaitulay and Dear Wanderers using these hashtags. Hashtag Itulay Level Up, hashtag Itulay English JHS, and hashtag Itulay English 10 so that more will be reached as we teach. Right, Tutor Guide Juday?
Yes, 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 to the guide ram. And of course, we have to acknowledge our WBO, to the ram.
WBO. Yes, actually, Shooter
Yes.
Guide Today, these Wonders best outputs are taken from the previews like 2 weeks backward because as what we have always reminded them every week that they have a 3 week research report project for their postcards. So that's the very reason why we are excited to have our wow researchers, top 3 wow researchers next Sunday, why next Sunday? Next Tuesday during our recognition day. So these are their outputs 2 weeks ago. Congratulations. These are from Macabebe High School, Santa Lucia National High School, and Ocampo National High School. All right.
Wow,
So, as I have mentioned
congratulations.
earlier, Tutor Guide Juday, we have our top
Yes.
3 wow researchers next Tuesday. I
Wow, we
guess,
are very
yes, Tutor Guide
excited.
Juday?
Yes, of course, Tutor Guide Ram. I am very sure that our wanderers today are ready to wander in our English 10 learning adventure. So, Tutor Guide Ram, let's start with our challenge. And today we will be having two challenges. You'll get two challenge passes and you will earn 10 tokens.
Yes, I think they are excited for that and ready to hop from one stop to another, a total of 6 stops in this English 10 learning adventure. And we have to congratulate them, Tutor Guide Jedi, because they actually discovered 6 learning spots from week 1, week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yes, for week 7, Tutor Guide Jedi, today they are going to learn about composing a research
Wow.
report on a relevant social issue.
Wow, that's so nice, Tutor Guide Ram. And yes, we are now on the seventh week of our
Seventh.
fourth quarter. Congratulations,
That's
everyone.
right.
Yes, and of course, our module reference for today. Thank you from Navotas. DepEd Navotas and from DepEd LLC or DepEd Lapu-Lapu City. Thank you so much for the
Yes.
modules.
Welcome to the first stop, the review spot. Our dear Wanderers in Kaitulay were able to discover about a research report. It is a well crafted document that outlines the processes, data, and findings of a systematic investigation. As a result, it serves as an accurate source of information.
Yes, also Tutor Guide RAM, our wonders learned about the features of research report. We have to remember that research report are written in a formal language. It is a detailed presentation of a research processes and findings, usually in the forms of tables and graphs. Right, Tutor Guide RAM?
Yes, yes,
Detailed.
yes.
Also, it is informative and is based on first-hand verifiable information. And usually it is written in the third person point of view and it always includes recommendations or future actions. And Tutor Guide RAM in week 5 and week 6, our dear wonders learned about the parts of a research report. We have the abstract, introduction, the review of related literature, methodology, results, discussion, and conclusion.
Wow! Thank you so much for that, Tutor Guide Jedi. And also during the previous week, they discovered about the results, discussion, and conclusion. So we have here Tutor Guide Jedi because miss na miss namin kayo. So, ikaw na dito.
Yes, Tutor Ram. Last session, I missed this. I really had internet problem. And yes, this is the second part of the research report. We have the results. In this section, these reports, the gathered information, the information that we get from the findings of our study. And also, we have the discussion to the RAM.
So this section interprets and describes the significance of the findings. So this is where a researcher, you dear wonders, will discuss and interpret the findings. And Tutor Guide Jedi?
And of course, for the conclusion, here, this will help the readers to understand why your research matters. And then, of course, it can also help other researchers. It will guide them because they'll be learning from your research. They will read your conclusion and will learn from them. So let's start with our first challenge, Tutor Guide Ram. I hope everyone's ready for our challenge number 1, true or false. Let's start. Our directions. We're going to determine if the statement is true or false. I hope you're ready. You're going to key in, type true or false. Don't forget the item number and then your answer, true or false. Are you ready, dear wanderers? I hope you
I
are.
guess
Let's
they
start with
are.
number 1. Yes, for number 1, true or false. An abstract summarizes usually in one paragraph of 300 words or less. Is this true or false? What do you think? You have 3 seconds to answer. Timer starts now. 3, 2, 1. Let's check. Everyone, what is the answer for number 1? To the rep?
Yes, we have lots of answers. Let us try to reveal first the answer. It is true.
Yeah, hey, it's true. Congratulations.
John Andre got it.
And yeah, to the rem. Yes, and Roxanne. Yeah. What about number 2 to the rem? I really have problems with the internet.
Number
I haven't
2,
seen the answers.
the introduction serves the purpose of leading the reader from a general subject area to a particular field of research. Is it true or false? 3 seconds now begin. You can do it, dear wonders. Type item number 2 together with the word. Is it true or false? 3 seconds has just finished, and it's time for me to reveal the answer. Is it true? Is it true? It is true. All right. So you have 1 token. Congratulations, dear wonders. Good job, Luis, Andrea Nicole Mariare, and John Andre. Congratulations. I think Tutor Guide Judah is ready for the third item.
Yes, for number three, is this true or false? The methodology surveys scholarly articles, books, and other sources relevant to a particular issue, area of research, or theory. It provides description, summary, and critical evaluation of these works. Wow, is this true or false? It surveys scholarly articles for number three. Timer, 3 seconds. You have 3 seconds to answer. Three, two, one. Time's up. I'm sure you got the correct answer for number three. This is
False.
false. Congratulations, John Andre and Maria Janelle. Also, Abby May, this is false. Why? Do you know why? It's because this is the review of related literature. Let's go to number four.
The research method must be appropriate to the objectives of the study. Is it true or false? 3 seconds now begin. I know that our dear Wanderers and Kaitulay can make it. All right, time is up. Let's reveal the answer for number four. You got it right. It's true. So our methodology or the research method must align with the purpose or the objectives of your research or of your study. So congratulations to Andre Nicole for true. John Andre Rainiel, congratulations. Now let's proceed to the last item, number five. Thank you to the
Yes,
guide today.
for number five, when writing the results section in the results, take note, you can discuss or interpret your results. What do you think? Is this true or false? 3 seconds to answer. What do you think? True or false? Do you have to discuss or give your interpretation in the results section? True or false? Let's find out. The correct answer here is. Ta-da-dan! This is false. And do you know why this is false? So congratulations, Julia. And we have who else answered false? Uh-huh. Let's see. For
We
number
have
five. Yeah, Maria Janelle. Congratulations. Let me tell you why. In the results section, you really don't have to discuss everything because we have another section for that. So you have to reserve or save all of your discussion or interpretation under the discussion section. Please don't forget that. Thank you so much. Yay,
Nick
Tutor Guide
Ivan
Ram.
also got it right. Congrats, Nick Ivan.
Wow,
Congratulations, dear Wanderer.
congratulations.
You have one token for the last item. And for our Trail Thrill Challenge number one, all in all, you have the chance to earn 5 tokens. So don't forget to key in your number of tokens or number of points there at the comment section. 5/5 or whatever scores that you have. So for
Yeah,
today's English and Learning
congratulations to
Adventure,
Roxanne.
yes, congratulations. You
Roxanne
will
got
be
five
able
over five.
to, yes, enumerate relevant social issues to differentiate a research proposal from a research report. And you are also going to identify the characteristics of a good research title because that's very important. And lastly, you will be learning or discovering how to develop a well-written research report. Exciting. So, knowing compelling and relevant issues in your society can inspire you, dear wanderers and kaitulay, in writing a research work. I know that you will be discovering more about social issues this afternoon. It's very important because, not all the things that are happening in our society are raised to the level of social problems. So you will be discovering how to identify, social issues this afternoon. Right, Tutor Guide Juday?
Yes, Tutor Guide Ram. Our wanderers will be learning today how to compose a research report on a relevant social issue. By the way, what is a social issue? When you
That's a
talk about a
question.
social issue, it is a problem that prevents a society from functioning at an optimal level. So these are the things that we will be focusing today in your research report. Again, it is a problem that prevents a society from functioning at an optimal level. That is a social issue. What are the factors to the guide RAM? Factors to consider in identifying social issues. We have Tutor Guide RAM for number one is the public must recognize the situation as a problem. Of course, it is very important for the public to know and to recognize the situation as a problem. They have to acknowledge it as a problem. Second, the situation is against the general values accepted by the society. So these are some of the factors to consider in identifying social issues. And we also have other factors to the guide RAM. Let's have number three. Go to the RAM.
The third factor to help you identifying social issues we have, number three, a large segment of the population recognizes the problem as a valid concern. So a large segment, meaning a lot of people in your society thinks and considers this as a problem. And lastly, the problem can be rectified or alleviated through the joint action of citizens or community resources. So you will get to know more about them. Actually, the next slide will tell you some examples of relevant social issues. So we have number one, obviously, COVID-19. Number two, climate
Right.
change. Minsan uulan, minsan naman ang init, like Tutor
Init.
Guide Judah, yes. And the
Yeah.
third one, we have the cancel culture. And the fourth one, the gender inequality. So these are four of the many societal issues or social issues that one can think of. All right. The question is, Tutor Guide Judah, can you name other social issues, dear wanderers? We would like you to comment at the comment section your answer to this question. Okay.
Right.
Let's try to
Yeah.
check if they can name a
Yeah.
social
Other.
issue. Yes, maybe we
Yeah,
can get
right.
back to them later. Yes, Tutor Guide Juday.
Yes, to the
Aabangan natin
RAM.
yung mga sagot nila.
Right to the RAM. And
All
so to
right.
the guide
Yes, Tutor
RAM,
Guide Juday. Go, go,
as we
go.
go on, we were talking about research report, part of a research report, and then
Yes.
sometimes you get to hear this research proposal. What is a research proposal to the guide RAM? Research proposals are usually required when one plans to write a research paper. If you plan to write a research paper, the first thing that you will do is to write or make a research proposal. It is also needed when writing more comprehensive works of research, such as a thesis and dissertation. And Tutor Guide RAM, as what we have mentioned today, our dear wanderers will be making a research
Yes.
report. They'll be composing a research report on a relevant social issue. So today, Tutor Guide Ram, let's try to find out what is research proposal and what is research report. Go Tutor Ram.
Yes, aside from what Tutor Guide Juday has mentioned a while ago, this research proposal, as what we have, as what the previous slide highlighted usually. So it's not really required by your teachers or professors. It depends upon the kind of research or study that you have, if it's simple or a comprehensive one. But most of the
Right,
professors or most of the teachers will require you to have a research proposal. So it's better for you to learn about it. So it is a structured and
right,
formal document that explains what you plan to research. This is your research topic. This also explains why it is worth researching. So this goes with your justification, your reason why you are doing that study. And lastly, the how you plan to investigate, your approach, your methods in doing your study. So there you go, that's research proposal. But I think Tutor Guide Juday, our dear wanderers, will clearly understand better what is research proposal if we are going to compare between research proposal and research report. So let's going to
right.
differentiate a research proposal from a research report. So we have here Tutor Guide Juday.
Yes, Tutor Guide Ram. Dear wanderers, for you to distinguish research proposal from research report, let's try to compare them first according to its meaning. Let's go back to the meaning of a research proposal. This is a brief and cogent synopsis of the proposed research in a written form. It is a written form, it's brief. And then your research report, this refers to a document that systematically, coherently, and methodically presents the research work in a written form. So, which do you think, Tutor Guide Ram, is more detailed, the research proposal or the research report?
It's the RR, the research report.
Uh, Not the
Yes,
RP. RP
not the
versus RR. I like
Okay,
that.
so it is just our
Yeah.
way of telling you RR is research report. Parang ano, parang SS
RR.
din. So when
SS.
you say
Then SS.
cogent, it has something to do about a clear, logical, and convincing type of
Mm.
paper. All right. So thank you for that, Tutor Guide Juday. Now let's move to the other basis for comparison. So what tense are we going to use? So research proposal is should be written in future tense, while research report should be written in past tense. All right, because
Mm-hmm.
you will be discovering why past and why future. All right. For the preparation, of course, a research proposal should start or should commence at the beginning of the research project. Okay, while research report, this has to be done after the completion of your study or of your research. So there you go. That's the difference. And Tutor Guide Juday will deal with the length and the other basis for comparison.
Yes, Sir Ram. As what I have asked a while ago, which is more detailed? Is it the RP or the RR? It's the research report. The length of the proposal is short.
Yes.
Usually just a few pages, not more than 20 pages for the research proposal.
Mm-mm.
But the research report, this is longer compared to your research proposal. And research proposal actually deals with a problem or topic that you will be investigating, something that you
Yes.
have to investigate, right? While when you talk about the research report, you're talking about the investigation results of the problem or the topic. So you're talking already about the results of the problem that you have gathered or the problem or the topic that you have investigated. You have investigated. Okay, so that's RP and RR for the length and what it deals with. And so let's go to the chapters to the RAM.
Yes, the research proposal contains these chapters: the introduction, literature review, and methodology. So, as you can see, only three aspects. On the other hand, the RR, the research report, should have these chapters quite lengthy: the introduction, literature
Right.
review, quite the parts of a research report. There you go.
Yes.
And Tutor Guide, I will have to share this one to you.
Yes, including these two in your research report will make your readers smile, of course. It would be easier for you to make your research report if you already prepared your research proposal. But as what we have mentioned, it's usually right. Sometimes it's required, but sometimes it's not. But for us teachers, when we do action research, we are required first to submit our research proposal because they have to check the research proposal if it's okay or not. And then if our research proposal will pass, then we can continue with our research. So that's to the
Yes.
RAM.
Yes, Tutor
Wow.
Guide,
Also to the RAM in research report, we have our dear wonders will prepare the title page and the table of contents. We're talking about the research report now. So the title page, let's talk about the title page. Yes, yes, yes. We have course, from this, it says title. You indicate here the research title, the researcher, the name of the researcher, your school, your teacher, and the year of submission. It's very important to indicate the year of submission. Example. We have here the example to the RAM. So here,
Yes, we
so
have
this is an
here.
example. Go to
Yes,
the
go
RAM.
ahead po. All right, so we have
Oh,
here a sample of a title page. We love listening to you, Tutor Guide Juday. Kaya
Yes, yes,
napaano ako,
yes. Go,
napapos.
go, go.
We also have the researchers who prepared by example, Judilyn T. Dugan. So the
Wow.
subject or the course and the teacher's name. And we also have the
Mm-hmm.
date of the submission. So you may screenshot this or do not worry because we have a surprise for you. May pabonus po kami sa inyo because we really love to help you, dear wonders, for your research study. Now, how to write a research title. This is very important. Go ahead, Tutor Guide Juday.
Yes. So we are done with the title or the title, right? So
Title
I
page,
mean
yes.
the title page. So we are going to talk about the research title.
Yes.
For the research title, you have to use words that create a positive impression and stimulate readers' interest. It would be better, dear wanderers, if your title is so catchy and interesting. That way, your teacher, the one who will be checking, oh, this is nice, this is interesting, and this is something worth a research for, okay? And then, second, you're going to identify the dependent and the independent variables. I hope you already have an idea about the different variables, the dependent and the independent variables. That's for the research title. Kailangan talaga nandun yung dependent at independent variable sa inyo sa inyong research title. And also, Tutor Guide Rem, another thing that they have to remember is they have to
Avoid
avoid.
using dashes or
Yes,
periods to separate parts of a title, and a colon will often do. And of
right.
course, you have to avoid abbreviations because a research report is a formal written paper, so you have to avoid abbreviations. Okay, so to make it formal, and you will get to discover more about research titles as you continue watching because we have examples. Okay, now we have also number 5, Tutor Guide Juday.
Yes, you also have to omit non-specific openings such as a study of, analysis of. So sometimes there are things that you really have to omit or delete. Also, you have to avoid making the titles unnecessarily lengthy. Don't make very long titles, lengthy titles. You have to avoid that. And omit other non-specific, the those things which are not very specific. You have to get rid of them. You have to delete them. All right.
Yes,
And
and number 6.
yeah, we're done with that. Avoid
Okay, for
making
example, we have,
this one. Go to the RAM.
so we have here an example. So here it says, report on a case of specific developmental delay in an autistic child. This is quite long, so you can actually shorten this research title into this one, specific developmental delay in autism, colon, a case report. That is why adding a subtitle is very important to avoid those non-specific, as what Tutor Guide Juday has mentioned a while ago, the non-specific openings like a study of autism, blah, 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 because it will make your research title lengthy or
Lengthy.
longer than it should be. So we have
Right.
here, this time, let's discuss about adding subtitles. So you may include a subtitle when you explain or provide additional context. We have here an example, linguistic ethnography and the study of welfare institutions as a flow of social practices. And don't forget the colon, the case of residential child care institutions as paradoxical institutions. So as you may have noticed, there is the usage of the colon before the subtitle because there is an additional context. So that's the time when you have to use a subtitle. And next situation, Tutor Guide Juday.
Yes. You may also include a subtitle like to add substance to a literary, provocative, or imaginative title. So, for example, this one. Listen to what I say, not how I vote. Then you add a colon, congressional support for the president in Washington, and at home. So if you noticed here, it says here, listen to what I say, not how I vote. You're trying to provoke something. Okay, so and then the study, of course, is on the congressional support for the president in Washington and at home. That is an example for adding substance. You can add literary or anything that's imaginative or provocative.
Correct.
Another
Because
is,
before that, Tutor Guide Jedi, with the absence of the subtitle here in this research title, it is hanging. It is what? Is it a kind of research? Like, listen to what I
yeah,
say, not how I vote. It is like a statement, yeah, an expression of something, right, Tutor Guide Jedi?
yes, of
Okay,
course.
and
You have to include the
another
name.
time, okay, when you qualify the geographic scope of the research, a subtitle is very important. So we have here an example. The geopolitics of the eastern border of the European Union, colon, do not forget that before your subtitle, the case of Romania, Moldova, Ukraine. So I hope that you are trying to understand about the usage of subtitles here. And I think this is the last example of when to add subtitles. Thank you for this, Tutor Guide Jedi.
Yes, if you want to focus, again, still on subtitle, focus on investigating the ideas, theories, or work of a particular individual. For example, here, deliberative conception of politics. Here, you're going to add the work of how Francisco Saverio Merlino related anarchy and democracy. So, using
Mm-hmm.
this subtitle, you're trying to talk about the work of Francisco
Francisco.
Saverio Merlino, okay, in relation to anarchy and democracies. This is a very important thing. This is an important subtitle for you to talk about the deliberative conception of politics. There you go. That's for
Yes.
subtitle, adding subtitles. And
Yes, and of course, we're done with the title page and the research title because the research title is found in the title page. Now, Tutor Guide Judai, Kaitulay, and Dear Wanderers, let's discuss about the table of contents. It's quite easy, but what is it all about? So this is an organized listing of documents, chapters, and sections that are clearly labeled by page number. I think this is familiar to you, but you
very
really have to
familiar to our
see an
students.
example here. Okay, so as you can see, we have here the chapters, the sections, and together with the page number, where can you locate them? Okay, because if you want to
Mhm.
go to the recommendations, because you are, shall I say, a well versed researcher or an expert, so you can actually go over to the recommendation. Okay, so Tutor Guide Jedi, let's flash the parts of a research report because we are going to have another discussion about them so that they can really comprehend better about the parts of a research report because they are going to submit their postcard June 18 na. Yes, ang submission. So I know
Yeah.
that they have started actually their RR. Okay, so we have here Tutor Guide Jedi, our first example because we have
Yes.
more than one.
Wow. Don't forget the parts of the research report that you will do. And aside from the parts, remember the three that we have mentioned. So for the first part, we have the abstract or the summary. So this is an example of the abstract. Here we have already mentioned this in I think Tutor Ram in week 5, right? Or
Yes,
6?
yes.
Week
Mm-mm,
5.
the first week
Yeah.
5.
This is an example. So here, I hope you can SS the example for our abstract or our summary.
Yes. Actually,
Another
Tutor Gajudai,
example?
we will be providing them
Yes, of course.
one link for everything
A
so that they
link.
will be guided. Yes. Okay, so
Right.
as you can see, dear wonders, this is the abstract or
Right.
simply the summary of your research. So another example we have this one. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
actually we have here the mentioning of the key findings, the what is the research all about, just a background about the summary of the study. And let's move to the other part, the introduction. So this in the chapter 1. So most of the researchers would label this chapter 1 the problem and its scope. So if you can
Right.
flow through a research paper when you can see the problem and its scope, that's the introduction or the how do you read this one, rationale or rationale of the study, because some people would prefer rationale and others would say rationale.
The rational,
How do
right?
which do you prefer? Which do you prefer, tutor guide Jedi?
The rationale.
The rationale. Okay, I like it. So this is the background of your study, dear wanderers. So with this example, this is actually from Dr. Limutan. Thank you so much, the guest tutor 3 weeks ago. Yeah, no, 2 weeks ago. So his study is about English language teachers, realizing the potential of their students. So we will go over with this because we have aligned our examples to two research reports, Dr. Limutan and the other that we will be sending them the link later. So we have here the other introduction tutor guide, Jedi. This has something to do about the Australian workforce. It has something to do about the World War II, how the schedule of their, I mean, the employment has been affected by the World War in the case of Australians like this. So this is the introduction, example number two. And tutor guide Jedi, what about the review of related literature?
Yes, as what we have mentioned in our first challenge, we have the review of related literature. Here you can talk about other works, okay? The theories or any studies about related to your research topic or your research paper. So here you can
Yes,
give your ideas, inputs to explain about your research study. So here, the example here, the ideas, you have the generalized conclusions, blah blah blah, and then you are citing references here. You really have to cite
yes,
references here. You have to be very careful, especially when you cite. Okay, like according to Aquino, and then specific year.
correct.
Then you have to note here. You have to quote sometimes. Don't forget to use really you to give the quotation if you have to, and then of course
Yes,
the references.
even the
And
year of the
yeah, of course, the year is
publication.
very
Yes.
important because sometimes to the REM we have like a specific year. Like sometimes our teacher would be okay. Don't use references from 1990s, blah blah blah. So we're on
Mm-mm.
the
True.
20th century, so you have to focus on the references or sources from the 20th century, whatever.
Yes.
All right, it depends on your teacher, of course. And then the latest, the latest would be better, right? To the RAM.
Yes, yes,
And after
yes.
the review of related literature, we have the
Methodology.
methodology. Here, the
So
method
in
you're
that,
going to explain the design.
correct. Yes. In the
Right.
case of Dr. Limutan's research paper, so
Mm-hmm.
this has something to do with her with his design. It shows here chapter 3, the research design. So Dr. Limutan was able to explain this actually a mixed method following a sequence called QUAL, the OXO. So actually, this is a very good study about the vocabulary of certain students. So there you go for the first example. Now let's move on to the second example. Do not worry about if the pictures are not that clear because we will be giving you a link that has all the access of all the resources that can help you with your research report. Now let's move to the first example of the results or findings. So here, Dr. Limutan has displayed this in the fourth chapter of his paper. And the other examples, as you can see, this is where you can find the tables, the graphs, because this is the tables and graphs are very important when you try to present the findings or your result. Like right, Tutor Guide Jedi, so you
Yes,
can
yes,
see
yes, to the
tables and
RAM.
graphs. This has been
And
discussed too.
yes, to the RAM. During our first challenge, number five, I guess, or what number was that? We mentioned about
Mm-mm.
are you going to give your interpretation or discussions in your results? Actually, no, you don't have to because we have
Mm-mm.
another section for that. And that section would be the discussion part. So
Discussion,
here
yes.
in this section, in the discussion part, you're going to summarize your findings. So here you're going to give the analysis of your data. So whatever
Mm-mm.
results that you have, this will be the time that you will discuss. Okay, based on the data that we have gathered, let's just say, for example, here, the analysis of the data revealed the following. So what are the findings that you have observed after you got the results or your findings. So this would be the part that you are going to interpret and discuss, not on the
Yes.
results, not on the
So
results.
let me read a part of the analysis of the data revealed according to the sixth
Yes.
chapter of Dr. Limutan's paper. Most of the students have not reached mastery on the five different word levels during the entry vocabulary profile test with 3,000 word level. So as you can see, this is really a discussion of the
Mm-hmm.
findings. And let's move to the conclusion, the last part, Tutor Guide Jedi. So
Yes, of
here you can
course.
find the also part of the conclusion next to it is the recommendation, because do not end your paper or your study without the recommendation. So, as what we have mentioned, Tutor Guide Jedi, Paki-SS, Dear Wanderers, and Kaitulay, this link, you can use the link or the QR code for more resources of, all the things that we have shared here. The pictures are not that clear, so you can find them here. 1, 2, 3, Paki-SS, SSD. Thank you so much. And now, Tutor Guide Jedi, for the challenge number 2, our final thrill, our dear wanderers will answer. Is it a yes? Okay, so Tutor Guide Jedi, prepare this one for you, dear wanderers. Okay,
So
there's
I'm
something
sure
wrong
our
with my
wonders are very much ready. Let's start with number one. Of course, our directions to their guide RAM. For our second challenge or final thrill, our wanderers are going to analyze the example given. So we have here an example. I hope you can see. And then you are going to determine if this is a correct sample of the given part of a research report. All you have to do is to answer yes or no.
Okay, let
To
me
the
share my
RAM.
Yes, let me share my screen again while waiting. Maybe Tutor Guide Jedi can read some
Yes.
comments
Let's.
because
Wow,
my
we have
laptop.
Jane,
Yes, go ahead. Oh,
Clarice. Wow, SSD, they are done. Wow. Okay, somebody already answered.
kumusta mo ang
MJ,
mga
good afternoon,
wanderers
Jane,
while waiting?
Clarice. Kumusta po kayong lahat? We have, wow, Danielin from Santa Lucia National High School. Hello. And Luis Errol from Francisco from Santa Lucia National High School. We have many wonders from Santa Lucia National High School. Hi, we already have an answer. Jan, Andre, Julia. Wow, they already answered yes to the RAM. They were able to
Tutor
get
Guide Jedi, maybe you
the
also,
image.
if
Wow.
you can share the screen, uh, not
Hmm.
responding yung ano ko po, may you
Not
can
responding.
share
Okay, let me
your
try.
screen. I am
Uh,
also preparing, automatically close yung PPT. It's
yes,
okay.
let me
So you can have
try.
time to, you know, pangumusta sa ating mga kaitulay and dear wanderers. Things like this can happen. Kasi busy ang laptop sa mga reports. But I am trying to open it again. So thank you so much, Kaitulay and dear wanderers, for still tuning in and learning about how to compose a research report on a relevant social issue. So we're almost done actually. So thank you so much. We're down to our final
Yes,
trail
yes,
rather.
yes. And I think, okay, let's wait. Let's say hi and hello to our wanderers from, well, we have many students from Santa Lucia National High School. And of course, from Macalabi High School, hello. And Ocampo National High School. John Andre, hello. Wow, we're here. Tutor Guide Ram. I think, oh, please internet, please. Let's start with number one. Directions, you're
It's
going to
okay.
analyze the example
Go, go,
given, and then
go.
you're going to determine if it is correct, if it is a correct sample of a given part. So, for example, here, number one, abstract. Do you think this is an example of an abstract? Yes or no? Please, dear wanderers, before you answer, if this is an example of abstract, kindly look. Take a look. We have clues there. It says there, method of data collection. Method of data collection. Is this an abstract? Yes or no? Let's reveal the correct answer. I think 5 seconds done already, Tutor Guide Ram. Let's
There's
reveal. I
there's a
hope.
keyword for that. Yes.
Yeah. I think,
No,
wow, we have
according to John
answers
Andre, Micah
ready.
says
Yeah,
it's
let's
no.
reveal. Let's reveal to the RAM. Okay, 5 seconds done. The correct answer is no. Congratulations, Jasmine, John Andre, Jonalyn,
Congratulations.
Janice. Why? Why is it no? We have a clue there. It says method of data collection. So from the word method, you're talking about the methodology. So this is not an example of an abstract.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, everyone. Let's go to number two, tutor guide
Number
Ram.
two.
Number two. Let's go. What about this one?
So take a look at the picture, dear wonders. It says defining
Yeah.
health literacy. So is it a review of related literature or no? So yes or no. 5 seconds now begin. We have answers already. Mm-hmm.
Wow, 5 seconds. Yes, Rainiel Manabat, number one is no. Congratulations, Rainiel. You got it right.
Time
And
is
time's
up.
up to the Ram.
What's the answer? Is it a yes or a no?
To the Ram. I need
It
back
is
up.
an yes. I'm actually opening. It's okay. Things like this can happen. Yeah. Okay, next we have number
Loading.
three.
Okay, sorry, I have to stop sharing to the Ram. Really, there's problem with the internet.
All
Sorry.
right. So, okay, dear Wonders and Kaitulay, we are so happy that we have been together like for 48 years, Tutor Guide Jedi. And you know what? The rest of our slides will be presented to you next Tuesday together with our recognition day, because actually after that the postcards and our research report, because we're done actually with our treasure hunting tutor guide Jedi, because on my end, I can no longer open my PPT as well. But yes, it's also time to say goodbye. But may pabitin factor tayo, dear wanderers. You have discovered about how to compose a research report together with a table of contents, a title page, how to write a research title. And at the same time, Tutor Guide Juday and I have given you the link or the QR code so that you can flow through all the things that you can see there, and that will truly guide you with your research report. So, right, Tutor Guide Juday? So, ano yung outro mo, Tutor Guide Juday? Because I am excited for next Tuesday with the recognition and the 20% of what we have, pabitin factor this afternoon. Go ahead, Tutor Guide Juday.
Yes. Dear Wanderers, thank you so much for being with us today. This has been your tutor guide today, reminding you all to be judicious in composing your research report on social issues.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. We miss you, Tutor Guide Juday. This has been your Tutor Guide Rem. Excited for the next Tuesday's recognition day and the
Yes.
10%, yes, of the forbidden factor this afternoon. So God loves you so much. God
Thank you
loves
so
you.
much,
See you next
everyone. We
Tuesday.
miss you. God bless you all.